In today's episode, we're going to be discussing the 5 most profitable services in the pressure washing industry. Stay tuned. Guys, welcome to the Mr. Bubbles channel where we dish out awesome pressure washing business advice to beginners. You guys saw from the intro there, we're going to be breaking down for you the 5 most profitable services in the industry, and this is going to be great for you new guys because it's going to really give you some sense of direction on where you should be focusing your marketing, and all of that good stuff. So, but before we get into today's episode, I wanted to get this quick announcement out of my way. A lot of you guys have been asking how you can get a hold of me. Guys, in the description of this video, you're going to see a little section that says, book a call with me. Once you click that, you pay the fee, and then we set up whether it's a Zoom call or a phone call. Yesterday, I actually had 3 of you guys that I spoke to on the phone give you advice on marketing or systems, or, we talk about your goals and, more importantly, how I can help you to achieve your goals. So I highly recommend this, guys, because, guys, when I started this business 12 years ago, this is not a resources that, these type of resources that I had available to me. So, you guys have videos and YouTube and, you got coaches, and you guys get a chance to not make the mistakes that I made because, as you well know, that's how I learned how to do everything that I know how to do is by goofing up first. And I don't want you guys to learn that way because, well, making mistakes, guys, will cost you time and energy, effort, and lots of money. And I say this all the time on the channel, right? Smart people learn from their mistakes. Dumb people never learn from their mistakes. And wise people learn from the mistakes of others. Highly recommend you guys learn from my mistakes because, again, mistakes can cost you a lot of money. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into today's episode. Again, guys, we're talking about the 5 services that you guys should be focusing on because, number 1, they're going to be less liability for you. And then number 2, these are the ones that are going to make you the most amount of money. As a matter of fact, guys, these 5 services right here account for 97% of our overall revenue when we're talking about for the whole year. So number 1 on our list, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. We're talking about house washing. Guys, now these 5 services, I call them your bread and butter services, and there is no more bread and butter service than house washing, guys. This right here accounts for actually 80% of our money here, Mr. Bubbles. And, this is very important that you guys focus on this, guys. Become an expert when it comes to house washing because, guys, people take a lot of pride when it comes to their house. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever mentioned this on camera before. Our motto here, Mr. Bubbles, is, our company slogan is bring new life to your biggest investment. And you guys out there, you're welcome to take up that slogan for your company as well. Let me repeat that. Bring new life to your biggest investment. So people's biggest investment here in this country, guys, is their home. That's their biggest asset, right? And a lot of you guys don't know this, but people use their homes as their retirement nest. So some people, for example, they spend 25 years paying for their house. Then when they retire, they sell their house. They move down south. You've seen a lot of people move down to Florida, for example, your snowbirds, as they're called. So, people don't want their investment to go to waste, their asset to go to waste. They're not going to allow some bacteria to eat up their house, guys, because, a few $100, maybe $400 to $600 every year to wash it. So that's why house washing is just so profitable, guys. It's like an evergreen type of dealio. Evergreen companies are companies that no matter what happens around us, they're always going to be around because, again, people always have homes. They're not going to want to see their homes go to waste because of a couple $100. So you're always going to have that need. The industry's always going to have people that want their house wash because of that purpose. So I want you guys to focus on that. You know, guys, when I first started in this business, my focus was not to make money. I was not focused at all on the money making part. My focus was on acquiring the skill set to be awesome when it came to house washing. First, my goal was to do 10 houses, then 25. Then I got to 100 houses. I was so excited. And right around 100 houses for me, I started to really get comfortable out there. And then by my 1,000th house, which I reached right around towards the end of the third season, man, I was a pro. Guys, you want to be known for something in your marketplace. And my recommendation to you is be known as the guy who washes a mean house. Throughout, time, you're going to get the experience of dealing with like different size houses, different bacterias, also different types of services, surfaces. So like, for example, you guys just saw in episode 204, we did a stucco home. Stucco home is different from doing siding. But what I recommend you guys master when it comes to house washing, first, focus on downstreaming. For that, you can actually go back on my library. In my library, guys, you have a downstreaming series. It's episodes 140 all the way to 150. Great content there for you guys. Each episode is like an hour long. I teach you guys not just how, like the techniques behind it, but also like exactly how to make your house mix. So I want you guys as new guys, and to me, guys, anyone who has less than 3 years in the industry and is making less than 20 grand a month, to me, would be a new guy. So this just described about 99% of you guys that are listening to me. So your focus should be downstreaming, house washing, because again, this is where the vast majority of the money is. And it's so easy, guys, to get house washes because all you got to do is go to a fluid neighborhood, look for dirty homes, put up a postcard on their door, have an online presence like your optimized Google My Business, all of the things we talk about. You guys just make sure that you follow my blueprint when it comes to house washing. So you're going to see or watch the downstreaming series so you can learn how to do house washing, go out there and practice those techniques. Now, I will send you in via email. All you got to do is email me. I'll send you my marketing blueprint and my pricing blueprint. That's going to teach you guys what you should charge for house washes. So make sure you guys reach out to me for that. My email's in the description of the video. So again, guys, focus. Number one service, the one that makes the most amount of money, is house washing. Service number two. Guys, we're talking about concrete cleaning, or as a lot of guys in the industry like to call it, flat work. This is where you're going to be using your surface cleaner a lot. This is, you're going to be using pressure washing, right? So concrete cleaning / pressure washing. Man, guys, if like one of my teams goes out to do 4 or 5 jobs a day, I would say 75% of those jobs, we're doing the house wash plus the driveway, or the house wash plus a patio in the back, or the house wash plus the basement stairwell. Lots and lots of money in concrete cleaning, guys. And guess what? Guys? Concrete cleaning will be your number one upsell when you're out there. Like, let's say you get, Mrs. Smith's house wash for $3.99, and then you get out there and you see she's got a little concrete pad in the back. Boom. That's an extra $100, maybe $150, depending on how big it is. Excellent upsell, guys. Concrete cleaning. Make sure that you have a serviceable, what is that thing called? Service cleaner. The one that I recommend to you guys is actually it's in my Amazon shopping list. I have a list with all of the main equipment that I recommend to y'all, you new guys. All you got to do is email me for that shopping list. I'll send it to you. It's got the links to all of my equipment that I use, including the camera, the microphone, and everything that I'm using to make this video for you guys if you're interested in that. But the bottom line, guys, is, concrete cleaning, has its own system. I have tons and tons of videos on my channel, guys, where I'm washing a patio or a driveway. Make sure you study all of that because there's a specific system. When we're talking about concrete cleaning, you have to pre-treat, then you're going to do what's called cutting, where you're making the borders, then you're going to surface clean, then you're going to rinse out the dirty water, And finally, you're going to post-treat. Without that post-treatment, forget about it. That is the pro's touch right there. So make sure that if you're going to be going, you know, you're doing a lot of concrete cleaning, that you're following my system, because it's going to give you the maximum result. Number 3 on our list, guys, we're talking about composite materials. Now, this is going to include decks, it's going to include awnings, it's going to include vinyl fences. I'll be honest with you guys, there is absolutely nothing easier to do in our industry other than composite anything. Like if you go to a customer's house and you see that they have a composite deck, let's say it's 10 feet by 10 feet, guys, that's $150, easy money. And everything composite, you can just downstream with your same house mix. That's what I love about it. And also, on my channel, I probably have, I don't know, 8 or 9 videos where you guys see me doing vinyl fences. Wow. Guys, easy money. Again, another great upsell. I recently did a video for you guys. I can't remember. It was a house washing video, but I cannot remember what episode it was. But anyway, so I went there and I did the house wash, the gutter cleaning, and the guy had a little composite deck. It was like, I want to say 8 feet by 8 feet, guys. $150. I mean, it took me minutes. And think about this, guys. When you're doing the house wash, a lot of your solution is going to fall on that deck, regardless if you charge them for it or not. Most of it is going to get cleaned up. So highly recommend you guys put a lot of focus on cleaning composite materials, because again, you're using your same house mix, which is a 1% solution. And then it's super easy to do, guys. Super easy. You never have to use any pressure. You just hit it with that sauce, that house sauce, let that sit, switch to your fan tip. You guys have seen me do a bunch of composite decks on my channel. I switch to my fan tip, and then you just rinse that stuff off. Some of the easiest money I have ever made in this business was composite type materials. Make sure you guys put a lot of focus on that. Now, before we move on to number 4 or 5, let me tell you real quick about my business in a box. Guys, quick announcement. I've created a digital product called Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box. Check this out. Okay, so the Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box is actually a thumb drive that we're going to send to you guys to your physical address. And when you get this thumb drive, you're going to see a folder that's called Box in it. And then when you open it, you're going to see all of these files right here, guys, all of these folders. And guys, this thing has over 500 files, anything and everything I've ever created from my business. So all of the blueprints, training modules, documents, all of the things that you guys constantly email me about, you know, your pricing PDF, your for example, you know, your marketing blueprints, anything that you could need for your business is in here. That's why we call it a business in a box. One of the things that I really like about this is, guys, check out all of these pictures. So you have a total of 300 before and after pictures that you guys can add to your website and your Facebook and your Google My Business. And check this out. So there's a folder called Google SEO. And the pictures already have the SEO words in them. And this one photo right here has over 300. This specific folder has 190 pictures, but all in all, it's over 300 pictures. Look at some of these pictures, guys. Amazing before and afters pictures for you guys to be able to add to all of your social medias and whatnot. This is going to help you get a lot of customers. And of course, your edible postcards are on here. And then finally, you got training videos on here as well, guys. Like, for example, the video on how to optimize your Google My Business, the Mr. Bubbles. You got several videos. So they're like training modules. You got all the PDFs. The bottom line, guys, is this. This is going to help you with your business. So don't miss out. Make sure that you email us so you can get your business in a box today. In order to get your business in a box, you just got to hit the link in the description of this video. And I say this all the time on the channel, guys. The more you know, the more you grow. That's how come I decided to create this business in a box, because it has everything in there you need to be able to grow your business. And I really, really believe that this is going to be a game changer for you. Guys, you do not want to miss out on this one. There you have it, guys. Now, number 4 on our list, we're talking about soft washing. Now, when I first started in this business, guys, I didn't know anything about chemicals. I certainly didn't know anything about soft washing. So when I kind of started to understand the chemical aspect of it, the way that I soft wash was through pump sprayers, and then I had like a backpack sprayer, which I don't recommend because, you know, you can have issues there with the chemical running down your back and all that. But it's doable for when you're starting out and you're learning how to do it. As a matter of fact, guys, my first 3 roof jobs that I did with a backpack sprayer. They cost about $100. There's ones with batteries, like battery operated. They're 5 gallons. And that's how I did my first 3 roofs. And then from there, this was like mid-year 4 for me. I switched over to a 12-volt system. It was very rudimentary. I probably spent like $200-300, put it together myself. But then I went migrating little by little. Eventually, about 4 years ago, we started using, the AR45 roof pump. But the bottom line is this, guys. You do not need the super, super expensive soft washing systems out there. You just need to have chemical knowledge, and you have to have a system. Nowadays, for example, you can put together a system for less than $1,000 with some Flexzilla. Maybe that doesn't include the hose reel, but you can put together a pretty cheap system for yourself because, guys, there's so much money to be made when we're talking about soft washing because there's so many surfaces that you can soft wash, including, for example, decks, wood fences. People hate doing wood fences, but there's so much money to be made in it. And again, those things have to be soft washed. You just need to learn the chemical processes behind that. And then the other thing is roof washing. Now, I don't recommend roof washing for new guys unless you have, I would say, at least a solid, 1 to 2 years under your belt because a lot of liabilities there. A lot that goes into like home and plant protection and all of that. So, if you're going to do that, make sure you watch a lot of content when it comes to that stuff so you don't make a mistake because some mistakes there will cost you lots and lots and lots and lots of money. But again, guys, soft washing, when you marry it with downstreaming, man, that is the perfect combo there because sometimes you'll go do like, for example, this recently happened to me where I went to do a driveway, guys, and wow, I mean, this thing was black, and they had not washed their driveway in 20 years. So I hit that with like a 3% solution from my soft washing gun, and then I let that sit while I finished the house wash with downstreaming, came back, switched to my white tip, surface cleaner. Guys, that thing came out like butter, guys, like butter. It came out looking so good. So I highly recommend you guys get into soft washing. Don't go overboard and spend money on all these super expensive systems because you have to also learn all the chemical process. But again, that's why there's channels like mine and other channels, guys. Just watch a lot of content when we're talking about soft washing so you can understand the different processes because things like, for example, rust removal, graffiti removal, things like that, that's all soft washing. But again, highly recommend you do a lot of deep dive in there. Start small, guys. Start with your pump sprayers and you'll work your way up. And by the way, talking about pump sprayer, my pump sprayer is also in that same list, Amazon list. So make sure you reach out to me for that. Finally, number 5 on our list, guys, we're talking about gutter cleaning. Now, this gutter cleaning is, man, wow, I can't even begin to tell you how much I love gutter cleaning because you're not using super expensive equipment. It is really cheap to get into gutter cleaning. Like, you could start a gutter cleaning company with basically like $500. You just need a couple tools. And guys, like anything else in life, okay? Anything else that you're going to do in your life, gutter cleaning is one of those things that the more you do, the better you're going to get at it, the faster you're going to be able to do it. I remember there were gutters when I first started that would take me 3 hours. That today takes me 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Again, experience. So get out there and make sure you watch every gutter cleaning a video that I have, because there's certain specific tools like the gutter tool that you guys see me using. There's a lot of different techniques when it comes to gutter cleaning, guys. So make sure that you do a deep dive on that. And again, this is not one of those services that I recommend you jump into right away. First, you're going to do, house washing, concrete cleaning. As you master that, then you start adding more stuff, and gutter cleaning is definitely one of those. Unfortunately, for a lot of you guys, you're afraid of getting on ladders and going up high. And man, when you're doing a gutter and it's 40 feet in the air, it can be uncomfortable. But again, guys, that's why there's a tremendous amount of money in it. And by the way, in my pricing PDF that I'm going to send you guys, there's gutter cleaning prices on there too that teach you, how to price out jobs according to the square footage there. So make sure you email me for that. But again, guys, gutter cleaning, what I really love about it is sometimes your house washing customers won't call you back for 3 or 4 years. But guess what? Gutters, they have to be done every year, no matter what. We actually have a client, we do their gutters 3 times a year, and a tremendous amount of people, we do their gutters twice a year. And then we do, guys, not this year. I don't know the overall numbers yet for gutter cleaning. I won't know until about February when we get our expense report, our P&L, I'm sorry. But last year we did over $300,000 in gutters, guys. Highly recommend you guys do a lot of research into all of the equipment that you need for that, because it's such a money maker, because you're not spending a lot of money in terms of, like, for example, when you're doing house washing or roof cleaning, you got chemical costs and you got other costs associated with it. Gutter cleaning, you just got to get up there. It's mostly just labor. Lots of money to be made in that, because people absolutely hate getting on a ladder and cleaning their own gutters. And that's why you learn how to become an expert in that. Man, you are really going to make a lot of money. And my point about doing today's video, guys, is that I want you guys to focus on these things. Stay away from things that, it just requires a different level of expertise. Like some of you guys are getting into painting decks and painting this and painting that. Someone recently reached out to me and asked me, what equipment they should get for striping, what is that called? Parking lots. Guys, I don't know anything about that. I don't do anything with that. Like my area of expertise are these 5 things that we talked about. That's where you're going to make all your money. Why would I want to get into something that, 1, I'm not an expert to, and 2, I'm already too busy doing what I'm doing? If you find that you need to add all of these other services, it's because you haven't yet mastered your craft. Because guess what, guys? When you are a master of these 5 things, man, your referral program is going to blow up, because people will be recommending you to their neighbors, their friends, their coworkers, because everybody wants an expert in that specific field. You want a house washing expert, a driveway cleaning expert, a roof cleaning expert, not a jack of all trades that, you guys have heard the saying, jack of all trades, but master of none. I don't want you guys to do that. So I want you guys to stick to these 5 services. Your peripheral stuff like your solar panels or oxidation removal, guys, stay away from that for now until you get 100% mastery on these 5 things that we're talking about. Because again, guys, this is going to be like 80 to 90% of the money. So why are you guys focusing on the things that is going to bring you 1% of the money or 2% of the money? First, become experts at all this stuff, because guess what, guys? I've been in the game for 12 years. I just started doing gutter cleanings, 5 years ago? Started doing solar panel cleanings 3 years ago. 3 years ago. I did not do solar panels when I first started in my business. Here, Mr. Bubbles, for example, we average about only 6 houses a year where we do oxidation removal. That is not a service that you should be even doing as a new guy, because it's a whole thing. I mean, different chemicals, the whole 9. So that's not something I would get into. Again, guys, focus on the things that are going to be breadwinners. That's why, again, I call these your bread and butter services. resources, master those guys, and it's going to take you very, very far. And always remember this, guys, in the pressure washing business, the more you know, the more you'll grow. And that's all I got for you guys today. I really appreciate you coming to the channel and watching this pressure washing advice video. Highly recommend you guys watch the next one as well. Guys, in the next one, we're going to do like a POV shot. Like I'm going to take you guys right up and close of me doing a property protection with the stucco tape. A bunch of you guys asked me to do that. So that's coming up in the next video. So make sure you stay tuned in for that. Again, I mentioned a bunch of resources here on this video. Guys, email me. I am super easy to get a hold of. My email is in the description of this video. I can send you my marketing blueprint, my pricing PDF for 2025, which is greatly going to help you guys out in your business. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bubbles out.